It's freezing raining outside this morning. This is hubby's breakfast. Bakery toast with strawberry jam, scrambled egg, and 2 thin slices of ham. That is his breakfast. Alright folks, I thought I would show you guys the finished result of my pot, and that's the size of my hand. This is a huge pot, but I got the base. I got all clear coat protectant on it. But there's my snail on the mushroom, trying to get some sweetness from that flour. And I have my ladybug. I have to do some touch-ups here because some of the black transferred over, so I will have to fix that today. But look at my ferns. It really turned out incredible. The colors and everything is just so vibrant. My mushroom. Yeah, so this to me is 10 out of 10. I couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. Well, folks, I got my dishes done. I'm getting ready to make the white sauce healthy as possible pasta with my homemade meatballs. So I just had to do up all the dishes here. My windowsill garden. It's very full and crowded up here, And I don't like things so crowded like that, but this is temporary. Everything's going to be leaving from here and being planted outside event. Not everything, but a lot of it. And let me see if I can show you guys. Can you guys see that? So I woke up this morning, it was freezing raining. Then it turned to rain, and now it's like a very wet snow. That's actually snow, if you guys can see it. I'm trying to show you it's from the tree. But yeah, that is snow. All right, guys. So these are my homemade meatballs, the last of them. I made them and I stored them in bulk. I froze them. This way, there's no preservatives. It's all real ingredients, and I know what's in them. No fillers or anything like that. So whenever I get family hamburger on sale, that's what I try to do. Make some type of healthy thing that, like, this helps me today having this prepared. All I have to do now is throw these homemade meatballs in the oven and cook them. And they're probably going to cook for an hour. And I cook our meat well done, so it's going to have a nice crisp. It's not going to be burned. So I'm going to put this in the oven to cook right now, and I'm going to start on making our sauce for the spaghettini. I was just listening to the Shania Twain song. I feel like a woman. Woo-hoo. So now that's in my head. Anyway, the easiest way for me to make this a one-pot dish and not dirty a lot of dishes is by throwing my vegetables in and cooking it at the same time when the pasta's cooking. Because you don't want raw vegetables. Oh no, is this a bad onion? Hold on. It's a bad onion. Oh no. So that's a no-no. Let me cut the mushroom first. Look at that. Thank you, Lord, for every single ingredient. Father, please bless this food. Slim shirts, short skirts. Whoa, da 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 da. I feel like a woman. Whoop whoop. You know when you get a song in your head. I had a nice shower this morning, and my aunt is the one who told me about baby oil. If you use it as soon as you get out of the shower, how nourishing it is for your body. And because my skin, like here we are getting into the warmer months, and my skin just seems dry in different areas. And I'm telling you that baby oil instantly just takes away all the dry elbows, dry arms. Like, you know how sometimes you get like dry skin? Took it away. I tell you. And then I got my husband to look on Google, and it said some baby oils are made with castor oil. Because I looked on the back and it didn't show any ingredients. So I'm like, well, what's in this? Anyway, there's probably castor oil in it because castor oil is so good and it's natural. Okay, so this onion is going to go into my compost, and let me go grab a better onion. Here we go. I got 2 onions here. You guys should see Cuppy. She's laying upside down on my husband's lap. Like, she is just so cute. So, how do you guys celebrate, like, I know most people call it Easter. How do you guys, do you do anything to celebrate the resurrection? I used to celebrate Easter as a child. I grew up that way. My family celebrates it. But now that I'm an adult, I'm more focused on, I want to honor the Lord because he gave his life. This is the time when he, was put to the cross and murdered. And then on the 3rd day, he rose again. And that whole thing was prophesied beforehand in the Bible, and it was fulfilled. And by the Lord allowing himself, like Jesus, to die on the cross, that was to pay for our sins, a debt that we could never pay ourselves. And Jesus gave his life freely, and it was not easy. That was torture and horrible, and he felt all of our pain, all of our sins, all of our everything. And he's the only person in this entire world that ever lived a sin-free life. And here he paid it all for us. And it's so easy to be caught up in life and forget how big that really is. And, I don't ever want to forget that. I don't want to. Anyway, my family, my mom is doing a beautiful turkey meal. So we're going to be together. And then my aunt is doing a family potluck, and it's more like homemade Chinese food. Everybody, like each person from the family was assigned to make a different dish. And my aunt asked me to make my stir fry. I make a really good stir fry, and I put like a noodle in it. So it's like a healthy version of a Chinese dish. And it is so good. Sorry guys, I'm just filling this with water because I need this to boil. Then I'll put the spaghettini to cook. And I gotta make the sauce. So I'm just gonna grab, cream of mushroom. Okay, what else did I need? Oh, right, spaghettini. Not that. Okay. I thought I had a bag open, but I guess I don't. See, it's not spaghetti, it's spaghettini, which is smaller. Sorry if you guys couldn't see spaghettini. So when this is boiled, then I'll add the spaghettini, and I want to make enough for today and for tomorrow. So I'm going to also make the sauce at the same time. Anytime I can buy less sodium, I will. This is 38% less sodium. So, like, why do they need this? And there's still 22% sodium. You know what I mean? They don't need that much sodium. They just stick it in there. It's like sugar. They stick in as much sugar as they can get you with, as much salt as they can get you with. And we walk around not even realizing. Now, this sauce, I can't finish it till the pasta water's done because, hold on here, where's my thing? Oh, here it is. I need this. You need to do a can of the pasta water, and it thickens up the sauce. Instead of just regular water, you need that starchy water. And this is as healthy version as I could make it by using the low sodium 1 can of cream of mushroom. I'm not using heavy cream. I'm not using, hold on, you guys can't see. I'm trying, it's a comfort meal for sure. And it's not going to be healthy, but the meatballs are homemade and I'm making it as healthy as I can. You know what I mean? So, but now that being said, because I know this isn't a 10 out of 10 healthy meal, with it is going to be a nice large portion of fresh salad, lettuce, tomato, red onion, cucumber, green pepper, red pepper. So I will make sure we still get the healthy on half the plate. And then this will be as healthy as I can, but like a homemade pasta dish. So, you know what I mean? My mom buys noodles that I think are made with vegetables, and I don't. But you could if you could make that change, you know what I mean? So I got to let this boil, and then we'll do the sauce together. You know what? I'm going to do my spices in the sauce. So summer savory. About that much. Of course, I need parsley, you guys, parsley. I have my go-to spices. I'm not a garlic and onion girl, but I like these real raw spices. I really appreciate them. There's no additives in these guys. So this is oregano, about that much. And I am going to do dill. Dill. I'm getting low on all my spices, guys. And then, of course, I'm going to add some black pepper as well. And I need to add butter to this. There is butter that goes in here until I get my pepper in. Oh, because of the damp weather, my arthritis is really there, like really noticeable. How many? I have 2 butters left. Only 2 butters left, but I'm going to use them. These 2 butters. I'm not going to waste. I'm really thankful to be able to get little free items like the butter, like jam or honey, mayonnaise. It's been a blessing. Don't know how long that they'll give the things like that for free. When I say for free, you're buying something and then you can ask for that and they usually give it. But sometimes they'll charge, but not often. There, so I got 2 little packets of butter in here. I got all the spices that I want in there. But I need to add a can of the pasta water when it's cooked into here. And then we'll cook that and it's going to be delicious. And this here, oh yeah, it's going to be a very comfort meal. All right, that's getting ready to boil. Just opening up the spaghettini here. Whoa, I find it's always hard to judge how much to make because, like I said, I want enough for supper tonight and then tomorrow night. This seems like a small package, but I find you always make what you think and then it's always more than what you thought. So I'm going to stop right there. This is just a 450 gram package, so I don't know. Maybe this is enough for 4 people. Honestly, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully that's enough, but not too much. Like, it's just to find the right exact balance. And I usually just buy whatever spaghettini is on sale. I don't buy a particular brand, so it's always different sizes. But it's going to be good. Oh. As soon as that, like, boils, the noodles will cook and then kind of bend right in. Just the water softens it right away. It'll get in that water bath. There we go. So yeah, the mushrooms and onions that are in here is also going to flavor this pasta water too for the dish here. And it will cook the mushrooms and the onions just the way that I need it to be. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. On the side, I'm doing broccoli as well, but I don't want to mix it in with the sauce. Do you want the broccoli mixed in with the sauce or on the side? Oh, really? Okay. I'll throw the broccoli in here when there's only 4 minutes left, so let me set the timer. Yeah, because I want to do broccoli in here too, just to add another healthy ingredient. Broccoli is so good for you. And I don't like to overcook our broccoli. I like it to be almost al dente, where it's just cooked, but not mushy at all. Like it still not hard, but when you bite into it, it's like, okay, this is literally just cooked, like just cooked. So yeah, I set the timer for 6 minutes. Then I will check it, and I'm going to go grab the broccoli and bring it out here. I'll be right back. Sure, smelling good. I cut the broccoli up into bite-sized pieces, like that's okay. It's just, you don't want it huge when it's in the pasta. And then I got my strainer out, so everything's coming together really good. All right, broccoli time. Because like I said, this broccoli, I want it to be cooked for about 4 minutes. And you get to keep most of the nutrients when you do it that way too. See, there's the timer just saying it's time. All right. Just gotta push that down. I'll set the timer for 4 minutes, and that's it. Then we are going to be straining this. I just want to make sure that broccoli's in the water. There we go. All right, I checked the broccoli and I was happy with where it's at. So this is done. I need to get liquid. Oh, hot on my hand. I need more liquid than that. The can was too hot on my hand, and I should have known better. There, that's enough of that. There we go. Set you guys here. The broccoli's cooked. The pasta's perfect. There we go. Simple as that. All right, so I'm going to turn on the pasta here. Oh, this heats up the house. There we go, look at that. And I got the onions, mushrooms, broccoli right in there, so that's perfect. Now I'm making up that sauce. I'm trying to move the pasta out of the way. I'm going to do up these little bit of dishes, but I got the sauce here. That's just going to take its time. I may need more sauce. I don't know, because that seems like a lot of pasta. Should I add another can? I don't know what to do here. I just feel like that's not enough sauce. There's nothing worse than dry pasta. A second. I'm going to do a second can just to be safe, because just by looking at it, I don't feel confident with the amount for that amount of pasta. And this is the 38% less sodium as well. Cream of mushroom. You could use whatever. If you're trying this at home, it doesn't matter, whatever your favorite kind of cream. Cream of chicken, celery, broccoli. That's just if you can see that. All right, I'm gonna let this slowly do its thing, and we'll be back when that's simmering, because once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna turn it really low and let it simmer, and then we'll do it over the pasta. Oops, I can't shut that off. All right, guys. Did I show you guys? I got this from Mom for Mother's Day, one of her little gifts, when I was out with my aunt. I think this is darling. And it's wooden, and I love the fact that it has the pot. But look at the saying, Mom, everything I am, you helped me to be. My parents both raised us the best that they could ever give. They gave everything that they could ever give for me and my sister. And, you know, a beautiful, loving home. And they gave 100%. So I'm so grateful to have my mom and my dad. I love them both so much. And anyway, I just feel like she can have this out all year, and it's colorful and vibrant and really, really cute. Just poured the sauce in here, so let's do a test taste. Thank you, Lord. Please bless every ingredient, and please bless this meal to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, that's divine. I'm going to cover this right now with Saran wrap to keep the steam in. And there was just enough sauce, as you can see down there, for this whole thing. That's definitely enough for 2 people for 2 days. So 4 good meals. Yum. I had to show you guys all the cuteness. Hi. Yeah, you smell the meatballs cooking. The babies. Alright guys, I should show you. The other day when me and my hubby and my mare were on a road trip, I ended up getting 2 things. So this is one of them right here. I am into snails this year. I don't know why, but this is a planter. Look at how darling the snail is. Isn't that so beautiful and so unique? And I'm going to keep this under our covered porch so that it's protected. And I'm going to have a beautiful planted pot, something that drapes over and hangs down. Oh, it's going to be pretty. And this was the second item I bought. Now there's 2 here, just so that you guys know. There's 2, okay? But these here are like the fake wine barrel planters. And they're huge. They're really big. They're heavy. They're heavy duty, but they're plastic, not wood. And they only come with 1 drain hole. See that? Just 1. So I told my hubby I need him to put like 12 drain holes in there. We need really, really good drainage. And then I'm going to fill it to the top, probably double with leaves, and push it down, and then put my soil on top, because the leaves are the best compost you can ever have. And if they're compacted really, really, really tight, like a pancake, then they're going to compost even quicker. But yeah, I bought 2 of them, and the goal is to put them, I forget if I showed you this, but the goal is to put, see, this is a mix of chicken manure and seafood compost. So that is going to fill those pots. But first I want to fill it with leaves. And I'm just going to put 1 in the corner there and 1 in the corner here. So it's right at the front of our home. And I want it to grow cucumber coming up here, like grabbing onto the deck. And it will be so pretty greenery, plus the vegetables growing. And then around, like, I'm only growing 1 cucumber per pot. So what I want to do is plant a hanging flower that's going to like crawl out of there and go right onto the lawn, because I mean, it's tall enough. It's going to be so beautiful. But yeah, so that's what I bought. This and this beautiful snail. I already have this snail right here, which is a huge outdoor ceramic stone snail. This one here is like 3 times bigger than the snail I just showed you. And on top of that, I'm going to put a flower pot. So there's going to be lots of flowers on the deck. It's going to be very whimsical. I wanted to show you guys my spring sweater. Look at how darling this is. Isn't this so pretty? It's like a very nice light blue, like an egg, a robin's egg blue. And it has such pretty design. It has buttons. There's no pockets. I wish it had pockets, but look isn't that so pretty? These are all tulips. And it's so dainty and girly, and I love it. if you guys can see. And it smells divine in here because the meatballs are almost done cooking. I had flipped them halfway. And oh, between the homemade pasta sauce and the meatballs, it just smells so good. So I'm filtering water right now. I got my dishes cut up again. And I texted my mom. They're at church. Mom and dad is at church. But I texted them to see if they want a plate of homemade pasta. And I told her there's onions, mushroom, and broccoli in the sauce or in the pasta, and then my homemade meatballs. So I think my dad is going to want a plate, and Mom will have a bite or two because she usually eats her own things day after day, and she loves it. Like, that's her thing. And my dad, if I send him a plate, I think he would eat it and really enjoy it. And it's healthy too. Like, it's a good home cooked meal. It's more on the comfort side. Like, I'm not sending dad a salad, but here we are going to have half of our plate with homemade salad tonight for the fact that it'll be a good filler, but we'll get the nutrients and vitamins that we need. I feel like my stomach is tightening up from the stretches that I've been doing. I know it sounds weird because my eating has not gone in line with that yet, but just the fact that my body is moving and strengthening slowly, I just feel like, could my stomach really be tightening? Like, it feels like it. So maybe it's just in my head, but it feels like it. Anyway, I felt like wearing a pretty spring sweater today because it is damp. It's cool out there, but it's warm in here. It's toasty, and it's just cozy, and I'm just so thankful. Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day and all of your wonderful blessings. He is so good. All right, folks, I'm going to go drink my water, and I'll talk to you guys later on. These meatballs just got done. You can see there's a lot of like grease that came out of them. So these meatballs must have been, what do you call it? Like a medium ground beef. It must have been the only one that I could get that was on sale. Because I do prefer extra lean if possible. And if not, then lean. But if not, then I'll get a medium. But the great thing about these meatballs is you just literally pick them up out of that grease. And I'll let the grease cool, and then we'll throw this in the garbage can. Woo! But these are beautiful homemade meatballs. They're flavored. They're so good. And they're good for you. You know what I mean? So I know. There, I'll show you. Look at that. So I'll just like mix in the meatballs later on, but I want to keep it covered to keep all the moisture in there. And when that cools, it'll be going right in the fridge. But I'm waiting to see if my parents, if Mom and Dad want a plate of this homemade pasta with meatballs. And if they do, then I'll do them up a nice plate and Dad will pick it up. All right, guys, talk to you later. Oh my gosh, guys, Dad picked up his plate. I'm having my plate now. I am so excited for this. I almost lost it. Oh my gosh. I promise you there is a meatball under there. Look at that. Ooh, I'm going to enjoy every bite of this. All right. I'm in snack mode where I just want a dessert. I literally want something delicious, but as far as sweets go, I don't have anything here that is like, oh yeah, I want that. So what I'm going to do, what I really know that I enjoy is a good Greek yogurt little bowl. And it's so healthy. It's all good foods, frozen fruit, protein from the yogurt, and from the walnuts and flaxseed. It's just good all around. And I try to keep one in the fridge so that when I'm having a moment like right now, I can go and grab it and eat it. But I don't have any in the fridge. So I'm going to pack one for now, one for later, like for tomorrow. And also one for the lunch can. The weather is gloomy outside. But it's better than snow. It is. It's better than snow. It's Getting ready for garden season. Hopefully you guys can see everything here. I had almost an hour-long phone conversation with my aunt. Didn't feel like an hour, but when we hung up, you know how it says how long you've been on your phone? It was like almost 50 minutes, and I'm like, what? Wow. I don't know where the time goes. You just get talking, but crap, I meant to put fruit in first. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just put fruit on top. This is going to be such... I know I will enjoy every bite, and I use my small spoon, so it really helps me to like take my time and eat slow and savor every bite. And I need that little extra help, so because sometimes when I'm not paying attention, I'll just eat it, and before you know it, it's gone, and I don't even remember enjoying it, like eating it. Flax seeds is so good for you, and it helps control blood pressure as well. Pure flax seeds. So thankful. Okay. Now my husband does not like nuts in his, so I'm not going to put any walnuts, but I will put walnuts on mine. And I only have a tiny bit of blueberries left, so oh, they smell so good. I'm going to put a little bit there, a little bit in here, and a little bit in here, kind of spreading it around. Done. I'm glad I have the dishes done and supper made and all that goodness. Oh, my raspberries are all stuck together, of course. These are just frozen raspberries. Shh. Come here, Cuppy. Come and get a treat from Mommy. You almost got to bribe her, because if you don't, she'll just be there. Come here. Come and see Mom. Come here. This here would even be good with like some fresh banana chopped up into it too. Here, Cup. Come here. Look at that for the lunch can. Okay. This is the one I'm going to eat once my berries are on thawed, so it's probably going to take half an hour out on the counter, but I'm just going to get my nuts ready because I like walnuts in my yogurt, and walnuts are a really good healthy fat for the brain. See, look, that might be a full walnut maybe, or a walnut and a half. So as long as it's in moderation. There we go. Get out my little spoon. These spoons are the best spoons I ever found. So the one that's going in the fridge here, I'm just going to wrap it, but I don't put nuts. I'm not putting my walnuts because I want my walnuts to be crunchy and not soggy. Tomorrow when I go to grab this out of the fridge. There we go. So I got one for now, and once the fruit is on thawed, I'm going to enjoy every bite. And look at that for the lunch can. These glass containers from the dollar store are my favorite. They are awesome. So I'm in the kitchen again. I'm going to make a recipe that I've seen now several times on Alex Rodriguez YouTube channel. She's a popular YouTuber. I'm sure you guys know her. But she makes the Weight Watchers, just a second here, let me think. The Weight Watchers pizza crust. And apparently it's a healthier choice to make. It has protein in the crust, and it's really like a better choice than like a store-bought pizza crust or even pizza dough, because it has Greek yogurt as part of it. So she said half a cup of flour. Sorry guys, I have to reach over you. So I have 1/4 cup here. This is 1/4 cup, so I'm going to have to do 2 of those, right? Right, 2 of those will make half a cup. Half a cup of flour. And then, where's my salt? She said 1/4 of salt. And this is my pink Himalayan salt, of course. And then baking powder. I want to test this. I'm literally craving pizza. Also, if this does turn out as good as she claims, I read the reviews and people are saying like such positive things. So 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. It has to be baking powder, not soda. And then she said less than 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. So I'm going to go grab the Greek yogurt. I'll be right back. I am just getting the 1/2 cup measuring cup. 1/3, 1/2. Okay. So she said to use less than 1/2 cup. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm really excited because she said it's so good. And the way she makes it with her toppings, with her chicken, cheese, and sauce. How many calories did she say? She said it was 16 points at Weight Watchers. So I don't follow Weight Watchers or a point system, but it's better than like a normal crust, a normal dough. And there's no rise time. There's no yeast. I looked on Google and it said to use self-rising flour, which I don't have. I have yeast. So is that too much? Like, I don't know. Hopefully that's perfect. I've never made this before, but this here is the Greek yogurt that I buy every week. And it's plain Greek yogurt, lactose free, no sugar. A lot of people don't like this because there's no sugar, no vanilla, no nothing in it. And it has like a texture of like what's that called? Sour cream. And it took both me and my husband a little bit to get used to, but we're both used to it and it's divine. She also makes the Weight Watchers bagels, which is this exact same recipe, except it's 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Okay. I have to go in here with my hands at this point, and that's what she says to do. So this is my very first time ever making it. I have the oven heating at 400 because she puts all her toppings on and then cooks it. But in the comment section, I read her comment section, and the people are saying if you cook your dough for 15 minutes first, like you're pre-cooking it, that it makes it taste even better. So that's what I want to do, because there's nothing worse than an undercooked crust. Look at this. Like, wow, that feels like dough. That literally feels like dough. And it says to use parchment paper. Is that the right side? I never know what side with parchment paper. So literally, I'm just, okay, gonna do this. Do I roll it out with a rolling pin? I don't remember how because mine's not spreading very easy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get my little rolling pin because I have, oh crap, it's too bad I didn't have my other one out. You know what? I'm not gonna bother dirtying that. I'm just gonna do this. Just roll with it, right? Oh, Cupcake, come here. Come here. Come here. Mommy got a treat. Come. Come. She must see somebody walking their dog because she was getting real hyper. Now, this recipe, this exact recipe that I just made, this pizza dough, is for an individual size pizza. I think the one that's the Weight Watchers actual recipe on Google, I think it's for a full like 12-inch pizza. And this one is just an individual size. So hers looked bigger than mine. Yeah, hers looked a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. If this turns out amazing, this will be something I'll make for me and my hubby on his days off. But I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes and put this in at 400, and then we'll be back to top it. All right, now she weighed out all her stuff, and I'm not doing that. I'm not a huge meat person, number one, on my pizza. But for my base, she used like a ranch, and I think it was like a Greek ranch and something else. I'm just going to use ranch. That's what we have, and that's fine. But I'm going to do chicken, and I'm going to put like a teaspoon of barbecue sauce in the bag and shake the chicken to have a little bit of barbecue flavor, because I want to make kind of a Weight Watcher version of barbecue chicken, like as least calories, high protein as possible. Like, look it. Do you see? I barely put any. It's just going to be enough to oh, it smells good though. It's just going to be enough to flavor. Also, I want red onion on mine. I'm a big red onion fan. And this red onion, like whatever is left, is going to be going to the compost. Ooh, let's not cut myself, please. Let's see if I can. I just need to get that top layer cut off because it was, even though it was in a bag, it just looked like it was exposed to the air. Whoa. Red onion is so nice and sweet, and it takes no time at all to cook. So I'm literally just going to use these 2 slivers of red onion, cut them in half, and then this will go in the compost. And then I already have my hubby's new job is shredding the cheese. He's our cheese shredder, which is awesome because I hate shredding cheese. Out of all the things that I do, shredding cheese is like, I'd rather wash dishes than shred cheese. So this is just the rotisserie chicken that I boiled to get all the oil out. And I'm not a big meat person, so it's going to be a small amount of chicken. Like, whatever that amount was, that's good enough for me. Right there. And in that little itty bitty tiny sauce. But I just want the chicken to kind of have that sweet barbecue flavor. And that's it. I'm putting this other stuff back in the fridge. Don't need that. I'm going to do up the dishes. So I need to leave this out for the dressing. That's cooking 15 minutes. When it's done, we'll dress the pizza, and it has to go back in another 15. All right, folks. I'm doing dishes here. And I wanted to talk to you while I'm doing dishes, because here I was doing dishes thinking all the stuff I wanted to say, and I don't want to forget it. So the pizza crust is cooking. I'm pre-cooking 15 minutes. But that's not what the recipe says online. It says, like, you cook it at 400 for 30 minutes. But I'm doing half pre-cooked, like people suggested in the comment section. That's more my vibes anyway. But if this works, if this pizza is as good as she claims and like other people say it is, and mind you, yes, I know this is a healthier pizza crust. That's the whole point. So that's going to be in my mind, just knowing like, okay, this is more of a protein crust and as least amount of carbs is what I can get. And anyway, her husband, Yar, he is very honest with reviews and taste tests and things like that. And he gives it 5-star, 2 thumbs up. He's very passionate about the pizza crust. Like he said, it's incredible. And he is not somebody just to like make up stuff for views. If it's bad or like meh, he'll say that. He'll be honest. And he's like, oh, it's the best. Like he absolutely loves it. It was very easy to make, my very first time making it. So if it turns out, that was the easiest pizza dough I've ever made. And I love the fact that there's no rise time and it's no hassle really. And you guys seen the toppings that I'm going to put on it. They're similar to Alex's toppings, but hers were more geared towards her like weight loss and points from Weight Watchers. And I feel like the choices that I'm putting on the pizza is actually really, really health conscious as well. Like, you know what I mean? And it should be very flavorful. I had my yogurt with the nuts and the fruits, and it was a 50. It was so good. Yeah, I wanted to do, is that 1/4? No, that's half. Oh, where's a 1/4 cup? Oh, it's in my flour. Hold on, guys. Gonna turn this here. I got suds on my phone. I'm gonna grab my 1/4 cup from the flour jar. 1/4 cup. And I'm gonna measure out the shredded cheese, because then it's more controlled. Like, do you know what I mean? Wait, is it even worth measuring? Because like that's overflow. I'm just going to use that amount. I feel like that should be reasonable for that size of pizza, I hope, because I do enjoy cheese, but I don't want to overdo it, you know what I mean? I wonder if I should put oregano. I think I'm going to add oregano on my toppings. So I'll have ranch as the sauce, the cheese, the little bit of barbecue chicken, and red onion. And I think I can smell the crust. I can literally smell the pizza dough cooking. It smells good. I'm excited to try, and I'm going to be completely honest if I recommend it or not, if it's a yay or nay. And if it is a yay, I'm definitely going to be making this to surprise my hubby with. Not tonight because we have supper, but in the very near future. How much time is left? 4 minutes. And then we'll dress up this Weight Watchers pizza. So the timer just went off. Look at the browning on it. It looks like it's going to be good. I think my crust is thicker than hers. Definitely you want to do the parchment paper, because if it wasn't here, it would be sticking. All right, so I got my ranch. Like a tablespoon, I don't know. I never put a lot of sauce. I feel like I might have just put too much. Usually I do Caesar dressing, but she does the ranch with the barbecue chicken. I thought, oh, that sounds good. So that's why, oh, you can never smell there must be vinegar in that. I am going to put my chicken so that my chicken doesn't dry out. So, come on, chicken, get all in there. I don't have much chicken, so I want it all to go in there. I'm just kind of spreading it out. Let's do some oregano. I like oregano on the pizza. And then I would say about 1/4 cup. I guess if you really have to be like right to the thing, a scale would probably work better. I don't have a scale and I will never get one. A scale is not my type of thing. Now let's just spread out the onion here. Yum. If the crust, it's going to be all about that crust. Is it going to be like a proper crust? Is there going to be like a crunch to it? Or is it going to be not cooked inside? I don't know. It looks like there's potential for a crunch. It's looking that way. So I'm going to go throw it back in the oven for another 15 minutes. But that's step one. My pray tell, I just had the girls out and I walked in and the timer came off. Look at that. Does that not look absolutely divine? I wish you could smell it because it smells divine. I'm excited to do a taste test. Woo. Okay, you guys. There's the empty tray because it's all gone. I ate every single bite and I loved it. I forgot that I was doing the review live on Facebook. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that you guys were going to get to see me do the taste test and hear my honest review. And okay, first of all, I must say it is a 50 out of 10. It literally blew the lid off any expectations I had for it. It was so good, and this will be a household staple. On my hubby's days off, I will be making one for him, and I'm not even going to tell him any different, and I can't wait to see his reaction because it is so incredibly good. In fact, I think it even tastes better than normal, like regular pizza crust. It crisped up perfectly on the bottom and the top, and it had like a light crunch to it, but it was still soft, and it held together, like it didn't like flop all around. It was so, so good. Like, and I ate the whole thing, and it was amazing. I love the fact that, first of all, it was incredibly easy to make that dough, and it tasted so good. So that's a win-win. I will be making that from now on, and I can't wait to make it for my husband. The next time I make it, I will go live on YouTube and do it from beginning to end, and we'll do a taste test on YouTube together. Because, yeah, I kind of mixed up. I was on Facebook doing the taste test, so... But I would say if you are trying to cut calories or cut your carbs and have higher protein, it is even if you're not, it's such a good pizza crust. Like, I'm not on a diet, I'm not counting calories or anything, but I want to make better choices, and that was phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, folks. So you know what is for supper tonight. The homemade pasta, homemade meatballs, and look at that plate. That just needs to be heated. And I'm going to put together a delicious salad to go with this. So, okay. Let's get this chopped up, put together. Look how beautiful and crispy this lettuce is. Just a little bit, anything with a brown spot I'll take off, but it's pretty good actually. So I'm just gonna, can you guys see what I'm doing? This camera doesn't seem to be at its usual angle. So I'm just going to shred the lettuce. I had a good day. Today was a really good day. I got all my body movements in for strengthening. I did my arm exercises that's on the door, the bands. I'm really, really glad that I went ahead and bought that. And it was on a budget, I think. How much did I pay? Like $25 maybe? Anyway, it was such a good investment because I'm using it every day. And it might be for only like 4 to 5 minutes, but it's still, I feel muscles I haven't used in years. And it's helping me to be more active and strength training slowly. The salad's going to be so delicious. Nice and fresh and crispy. And full of goodness here. All right. So I like to put cheese in salads. It just tastes so good. There we go. Nice amount of cheese. That's beautiful. I'd like a nice chunk of red pepper because red pepper is just so full of vitamin C. And then I'll be using half. I should wash this tomato first before I cut it. I'm going to use only half the tomato. It's raining out right now again. tomato. These salads are great to get your raw veggies in. It's good fiber and the nutrients are not damaged by being cooked. Look at this. Look at this fresh tomato. It's nice and crispy and hard. That's wonderful. Let's get some red pepper in here. I think I might add some cucumber. I'm not sure. Hear that crunch, guys? That is beautiful. There's cucumber in the lunch can, so you know what? I think I'm going to leave it like this. Lettuce, tomato, red pepper, and cheese. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. And then I started doing a change with our salad dressing. I started doing it, I would say, a couple weeks ago. And ever since then, now I prefer to do that. And I'll show you guys. Ooh. Take the cup. Shaky, shaky. Oops. Just about a tablespoon. And then you just add the smallest amount of water. Oh, did I add too much? There. I had to pour a little bit of water out. Got to be careful not to add too much water. There, this is going to go over the salad when we're ready to eat. But that's it. Salad dressing and all the fresh veggies to go with that pasta. 10 out of 10. A delicious, good, home-cooked meal.